I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to my wonderful ground cover customers, those of you who have bought the paper this year and over the past several years since I have been a ground cover vendor. You have actually been my source of transitioning from actually hitting the streets, living on the streets. It is incredibly difficult. I can't even explain how hard it is when you don't have access to conventional housing, and that's what happened to me. 2012, they sort of pulled the rug out from under us at the school system where I was working. And a lot of us, I've since found that some of my other colleagues also ended up losing property. And it was just really devastating to a lot of us. But I ended up myself, I was staying in my car after I lost access to the apartment that I lived in 10 years prior to the layoff. And I was comfortable. I could commute to work, and I lived on a golf course. I was pretty content where I was. Then, it was just sort of an unceremonious layoff. I had no idea that would happen to me, and frankly, I didn't know what to expect when I didn't have access to housing. I'm not going to go into the whole family situation, but that didn't pan out. So I was literally only left with my car, and I can remember going out on an intersection at one point, holding up a sign to get gas in my car because it was the winter, and I was needing to have enough heat to sleep overnight. And from there, I would just collect cans and bottles just to keep enough gas in the car to keep it heated, and, to go to the various dinner meals. And somewhere along the way, to make a long story short, I stumbled upon someone selling the ground cover news, and decided that that might give me a little income. I wrote an article for it because I could go to the library if nowhere else. And I could go to the breakfast church where they had a little writing workshop. And anyway, I wrote an article and it got accepted. And I started selling the ground cover. And I'm going to tell you what a blessing it was, because not every city has a street paper. There are only 3 in Michigan. It happens to be Detroit, Traverse City, and Ann Arbor. But as it turned out, I was in Ann Arbor where they had the street paper. So I was able to take that concept of helping people living on the streets having a source of income and apply it. And another thing, I don't want to make this too long, another thing that happened to me was that there was a person on staff, probably my nightmare as a student, because he didn't go to college. He went into traveling around the country with a sales group. And so that was basically his training. And he is such a good salesperson, and he trained me how to sell the paper. Even though I knew the paper was good, I didn't know how to market it. So he taught me how to sell the paper and how to sell the $10 paper that many of you have at one point or another purchased. It's a special edition. So I just want to let you know how very thankful I am to my customers, for those of you who stopped along the way to engage with me and then to purchase a paper. It just means the world to me. And it lets me know that there are good people in the world, because I'm speaking to you right now. There are also people who have helped sponsor a day, because I'm trying to, of course, publish my book. And I just want to say thank you for those of you who were able to do that in some capacity. It's just a world of thanks that I'm giving to you this Thanksgiving Day. I have so much to be thankful for. So I just want to say thank you to all of my ground cover customers. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm wishing you the best for the year ahead. Happy Thanksgiving.